Greetings, junior scientists, and citizens of the great big weird wild and wonderful world in which we live. As always, I'm your humble science communicator, the Great Orbax, coming to you here from the Department of Physics at the University of Guelph, and I'd like to welcome you to our January 2023 Stargazing Guide. Greetings, stargazers, and welcome to 2023, a year which shares the same starting weekday and number of days as 1933, 1967, and 1995. As we leave the winter solstice of December 21st behind us, our daylight hours are actually increasing, even though it may seem extra cold and dark this month. As a matter of fact, we gained almost a full hour of daylight this month, with sunrise moving from 7:54 a.m. on the 1st to 7:39 a.m. on the 31st, and sunset moving back from 4:55 p.m. to 5:30. This month, Orion returns to battle the mighty bull in our night sky. The giants are out to play, and we investigate what an early full moon this year indicates for our lunar viewing for the rest of 2023. All this and more if we just take some time to look up. The two largest constellations in January are Taurus and Orion. Taking up a large portion of the sky, you'll actually see them move from the east to the south, depending on what time of night you're looking for them. That said, they're easy to find. We've talked about Orion in the past, easily spotted by the asterism of Orion's belt, comprised of Alnitak, Alnilam, and one of the brightest stars in the night sky, Mintaka. The zodiacal constellation of Taurus lies directly above Orion, locked together in eternal battle. Now, besides being a good constellation to learn how to spot, Taurus is interesting because it hosts a number of deep sky objects. The Pleiades star cluster, also known as the Seven Sisters, also known as Messier 45, is a cluster of stars that lies 444 light years away. Now, while estimates say it's comprised of 3,000 stars, on a good night, you might be able to see 12 stars with the unaided eye. The 9 brightest of these are Sterope, Taygeta, Maya, Celiano, Electra, Merope, Alcyone, the Seven Sisters, and their mythological parents, Atlas and Pleione. Now, in 1784, astronomer Charles Messier published a catalog of 103 star clusters and nebula he observed with a telescope that we now call Messier objects. Taurus hosts another Messier object besides Pleiades, one you've likely seen in the most recent James Webb Space Telescope images. The Crab Nebula is a 6 light-year wide remnant of an exploding star, a supernova. While not visible to the unaided eye, you might be able to spot it in ideal conditions with a pair of binoculars. The gas giants Jupiter and Saturn are bright in our winter sky this month. Jupiter sits low in the south-southwest, with Saturn even lower near the horizon. Best seen early in the month, both planets are bright and easy to spot. If you're looking to spot Saturn, get out there early, with best viewing around 7 p.m. The January full moon is on the 6th, and it's known as the Wolf Moon, as the call of hungry wolves would often scare early settlers into staying close to their villages. Our January moon remains high in the sky like the chief moon of December. The Ojibwe of the Great Lakes region refer to this January full moon as Gitchimanadu Gizis, the Great Spirit Moon. The Mi'kmaq of the East Coast call this the Tom Cod Moon, Buna Majuigus, noticing the fish swimming upstream to spawn in brackish waters. The Cree call this the Frost Exploding Moon, to caution each other about trees cracking due to the extreme cold temperatures. The full moon this year is very early on in the calendar year, on January 6th. When a moon occurs this early in the calendar month, the First Nation connections between the moon and the natural environment results in one of the 12 moons repeating. This happens because the lunar month of 29.5 days does not fit an integer number of times into the calendar year. So some years, like 2023, we end up with 13 full moons. The Great Spirit Moon is a time to honor silence and recognize one's place within all of Great Mysteries creatures. And while we do that, let's also reflect on our place in the universe with all its great many mysteries waiting to be discovered by you, junior scientists, and adventures to be had by all of us. All of it. All out there. When we just take some time to look up. See you next month, junior scientists, and don't forget to have a science-tastic day. Special thanks to Royal City Science's own planetary geochemist, Dr. Glynis Perrett, for her help preparing our stargazing guide. And the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada.